everyone. Welcome back to Seeds of Success, where we uncover practical ideas that can help you grow your business, strengthen your team, and create experiences people can't stop talking about. I'm Orly, and today I'm joined by someone who can find a business lesson in just about anything. Bowling, absolutely. Guest experience, of course. Ranch dressing, apparently yes. Dottie, welcome back.
Thanks, Orly. Hi, everyone. I am happy to be here.
And I have to admit, when you told me today's topic was about ranch dressing, I thought we'd be accidentally, I thought I actually wandered on to, the set of a cooking podcast.
Trust me, I was a little hesitant, but I thought, okay, Orly's going to be able to follow along with this.
But the more we talked about it, the more I realized, this actually might be one of the best marketing lessons to come out of the World Cup.
Yes. Who would have guessed that ranch dressing, yes, ranch dressing, would become one of the most breakout stars of an international soccer tournament?
Certainly not me, but here we are. As international visitors travel across the United States during the World Cup, social media became packed with videos of fans trying American foods for the first time, and somehow ranch dressing became one of the biggest sensations. Some visitors loved it so much that TSA actually had to remind travelers that ranch counts as a liquid carry-on in their luggage.
Yes, when a condiment gets a TSA announcement, you know something interesting is happening.
All right. So now, let's be clear. This episode isn't really about ranch dressing. It's about what businesses can learn from trends.
Yes, because somewhere along the way, ranch dressing became part of the World Cup conversation. Not because FIFA planned it, not because a giant advertising campaign got created around it. It happened because people started sharing their experiences.
And it got so big that TSA actually posted, they did post a message telling visitors that if they discovered ranch while visiting the U.S., they should pack it in their checked luggage on the way home.
Yes, think about that for a second. A dressing became so popular that a federal agency felt the need to comment on it. That's incredible.
And it's actually marketing gold.
Yes, because the real story isn't about the ranch dressing. The real story is the attention. People were talking about it, sharing it, posting videos. Who wouldn't? Ranch dressing's delicious, right? Creating excitement. And excitement is one of those valuable assets any business can have.
And that should immediately get the attention of bowling entertainment centers, because we're also in the business of creating an experience that people are going to talk about. Let's talk about what happened next. Because once people started talking about ranch, brands jumped into the conversation.
And that's exactly what smart marketers need to do. They don't always create trends. Sometimes they simply recognize them and participate in them. For example, Hidden Valley reportedly handed out tens of thousands of ranch seasoning packets during World Cup events.
And they're meeting people right where the excitement is happening.
Exactly. And Kraft jumped in by teasing travel-friendly, TSA-compliant ranch packs on social media. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's definitely very smart on their part.
Yes, because they weren't creating a trend. They were amplifying a trend. And there's a huge difference.
I think this is where a lot of businesses get stuck. They believe every promotion has to be completely original.
And that's simply not true. Some of the best promotions come from observing what is already working. Think about it. Every successful business pays attention to trends, events, pop culture, social media conversations, community interests. Then they ask, how can we connect our business to that conversation?
And guests don't care if your promotion was invented in a brainstorming session or inspired by something already happening. They care whether it's fun or not.
Yes, there's absolutely nothing wrong with learning from what others are doing successfully.
One thing I love about this whole ranch story is that it just wasn't food companies getting involved.
Yes, that's what makes it such a powerful lesson. Everybody found a way to participate. UPS introduced a limited time ship and dip promotion, offering discounts on international shipping as people joked about bringing home their ranch dressing. Airport retailers started stocking additional ranch products after security checkpoints, containers and such, because demand increased.
Yeah, and neither of those businesses were, ranch manufacturers, at least not yet.
Yes. The lesson is that you don't have to own a trend to benefit from it. You just need to find your angle. And that applies directly to bowling and entertainment centers, a sporting event, a blockbuster movie. We've talked about this on previous podcasts, a social media challenge, a viral trend, a holiday, for example, a local community event. You don't have to create the excitement. You just have to connect your business to it.
Yeah. So let's make this practical. How can a bowling or entertainment center take advantage of trends?
Well, the first step is really easy. Pay attention. During the World Cup, maybe you create international bowling nights or fan watch parties or country versus country team challenges. I know, Orly, we've done this with several of the centers that we work with.
Yeah.
Limited time menu items inspired by participating countries. Or maybe you create a social media challenge around a trending topic or a family promotion tied to something everybody's talking about.
Right. And no pun intended, but the goal isn't to copy. The goal is to adapt.
Yes, it is. And because we're in the entertainment business, we have the freedom to be creative and playful.
Yeah. And social media may be one of the easiest places to find inspiration.
Yes. People tell us every day what they care about. The clues are everywhere. And here's why this matters so much to bowling and entertainment centers. We are in the experience business. People share their experiences with us. They post things that are memorable, funny, surprising, exciting, or unique.
Yeah, not just everyday moments.
Yes, the ranch dressing trend exploded because people enjoyed sharing the experience. The same thing can happen in your center. Think about a themed bowling event or a fun food challenge, a creative summer promotion. As we talked about a World Cup watch party, even though we're coming to the end of that, there's going to be something right behind it, right? A viral social inspired contest. I think 6, 7, that's something that still people talk about right now. Those things create moments worth sharing. And when guests start sharing them, they're helping market your business.
Yeah, that's such an important point. The goal isn't simply getting somebody through the door. The goal is creating something, that they're going to talk about afterward.
Exactly. That's what all the brands understood. Ranch wasn't the story. The excitement around ranch was the story.
One thing I love about this entire story and this whole just ranch phenomenon is how fun it is. Nobody expected ranch dressing to become part of the World Cup experience at all.
Yes, and that's another important lesson. Marketing doesn't have to always be serious. Sometimes it should simply make people smile. People love things that are unexpected, funny, shareable, memorable.
And especially in our industry, people visit bowling and entertainment centers to have fun.
Yes, they do. If there's one industry that has permission to be playful, it is ours.
So let's recap here. The lesson from the ranch dressing craze isn't really about ranch dressing, even though I think I'm going to go, have some French fries with ranch or something.
Got an urge to get the nugget and ranch dressing.
But it is about paying attention. The biggest opportunities don't always come from creating something brand new. Sometimes they come from recognizing what people are already excited about and finding a way to join in on that conversation.
Yes. So here's your challenge this next week, listeners. Find one trend, one event, one conversation, one piece of pop culture people are talking about. Then ask yourself, how could our center connect to this in a fun and memorable way? You might find your next great promotion hiding in plain sight. At the end of the day, great marketing isn't always about having the biggest budget or the most original idea. Sometimes it's simply about paying attention. The TSA noticed the ranch trend. Hidden Valley noticed it, of course. Kraft noticed it. UPS noticed it. Airport retailers noticed it. The businesses that benefited weren't necessarily the ones that created the trend. They were the ones that recognized it and acted quickly. That's a lesson every bowling and entertainment center can use. Stay curious, listeners. Watch out what's trending. Look at what people are sharing. Pay attention to what gets them excited. And don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel every time you create a promotion. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is learn from what's already working and find a way to make it your own. Because the next great promotion might not be hiding in a brainstorming session. It might be hiding in a trend that's already capturing people's attention. And if ranch dressing can become one of the most talked about stories of the World Cup, imagine what opportunities might be waiting right in front of your business. Listeners, thank you so much for joining us on Seeds of Success today. If you enjoyed today's episode and are suddenly wanting ranch dressing, share this with a friend, a teammate, your manager, a fellow operator who could use a fresh perspective on marketing. Until next time, keep growing your business one happy customer and one amazing experience at a time.